everyone, I am Coastal Alien. Welcome back to my corner of the galaxy. Today we will be doing some more of the Watchtower creation. As you saw in the last episode, I had a Skydrop installed on one of my ships and I added the ship to my fleet. But I made the mistake of adding Tauren to that crew. I recommend not doing that because, at least for that quest, I'm not sure about future quests or future missions. But for that mission, Tauren ended up staying on my home ship, my main ship. So it actually disabled the other ship that he was on because I didn't have enough crew. So I recommend using two other companions to start your first ship. I just went to the viewport in New Atlantis and there were two people there that I could hire to be on my crew. So I put both of them on the Kouko. So I'll show you over here on the terminal.
You have my attention.
Good. I need my viewers' attention. So it's going to be down here. You can see I have these two characters on that crew. Both of them you can find in the viewport in New Atlantis. So just talk to them, and if you got the money, hire them. And you're good to go. Just make sure one of them is crew and the other is a pilot. It doesn't matter which. So, before we start on the next part of the mission, let's talk to...
We meet again.
Yeah, we meet again. Let's talk to Gren and see if he's got anything new for us.
Hello again. I'm glad you're here. Since we last spoke, I've been thinking things over. I believe I found a way to mine additional data from Watchtower computer cores. Data that would let us upgrade your fleet command system, or perhaps even figure out new types of ship modules or systems. So the next time you have spare cores, you'll need to decide what type of data you'd rather I extract.
That would be convenient. What sort of upgrades?
I can't give specifics, but additional vessels, new systems, perhaps even new modules. It'll depend on what data we can mine.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
One more thing. I've documented how to build a remote fleet command system terminal. I'll forward you the schematics. You can build a terminal aboard your ship, granting you remote access to the main system here on Stardock. Now, was there something you needed?
I want to unlock a new Skydrop.
We don't have enough cores for that.
Fine. I want to upgrade the fleet command system, or maybe something else.
We lack the number of cores needed for that one.
Fine. See if he has any new dialogue since the last time we talked. Do you mind if I ask you some questions?
I suppose not.
No, he doesn't have anything new since the last time we talked to him. I have no more questions.
Good.
Hey, keep your suit on. You remember what I told you last time? We ain't there yet. Okay, so...
Our business is concluded.
Yes. So, one more thing. I don't know if this is the only crate like this on Stardock or if there are others. But you can take your... Okay, so your Watchtower components and similar things that you get from Watchtower, like when you take down the mechs, those count as contrabands. So you can't fly those like to New Atlantis or Aquila. You could if you have scan jammers, but it could still be a hassle. So because you can store them anywhere, like in your house, like on ESO, or if you have an outpost on a planet where they don't scan you. But I recommend just keeping them here. This is a safe storage chest for them, and it's right here at Stardock, so you don't have to, let's say I drop it off at Eridani 2 at my outpost there. I don't want to have to go all the way there to grab them and come back here to work with Gren. I can just... Actually, I wonder if he's able to use any of this to... Let's find out. Probably not. I think I have to get actual like cores, like their own item, but I don't know. Let's see. Hello.
What do you need?
But yeah, when you're not using that stuff, I recommend just dropping it off here. So it's in a safe place, and it's also conveniently here for when you have Gren or probably Harper look at any of it.
That would require more data. More data means more cores.
Okay, so yeah, the data cores are going to be their own thing.
That would require more data. More data means more cores.
Alright, so
He will.
I'm going to put these back. And conveniently, it just goes straight to that and only that, so it's pretty quick. Alright, so let's go downstairs. Or maybe it's upstairs. I'm not sure where Gren's workshop actually is compared to the rest of the station. So our next step in this will be following Harper's leads. She told us to go somewhere. I don't remember. I don't know if she actually told us the name of where we're going, but after you complete the Stars Have Eyes and you have to follow Harper's leads, that objective actually won't show up in the faction missions. You have to go to activities and find it there. So you'll want to keep that in mind. Now, those two companions I told you about that I hired from New Atlantis, a really cool thing about Stardock is that my controller's vibrating, but I don't know what's causing it to vibrate. Anyway. Oh, I hear somebody. I guess somebody's docking or something. Maybe it's Torin. Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, something that's really cool is that some of the people who are on your ship, like Andrasia, I don't believe I actually have her set as my follower, but she's assigned to my home ship. So she's in here. And the two companions that I hired from New Atlantis also show up in here, which is pretty cool. So these two are both assigned to the
Do you need something, Captain?
Kouko. So you talk to her in New Atlantis. She's a former Freestar Ranger. And you talk to this gentleman, same place. They're both going to be in the viewport. And you want to have plenty of credits. You could probably talk them down to a lower price, but you want to have plenty of credits to hire both of them. So like I said, when you want to add a ship to your fleet, you're going to need at least two people. One person to act as crew and the other person to act as a pilot. So I believe anybody that you hire for those roles, when you're here at Stardock, they show up in here, which is both really convenient and also just really cool. Alright, so before we head off following Harper's leads, I'm going to talk to Harper and see if she's got any more information.
Everything all right? What can I do for you?
Before we get more information, I'll just see what she's got in the store. What's on the menu?
Just got fresh stock. Take your pick.
Some of it looks alright. Just some generic food items. I found some more intel.
More intel?
Yeah, I don't want to give it to you right now. Here's the slate I found.
Give me a sec, and I'll see what we're working with. We're done. Slate had intel on a post way out on the edge. All right, your nav's updated. You're good to go. Give 'em hell.
Hell yeah. Can you find a listening post without using intel?
Huh. I hadn't thought of that, but I suppose it's possible. There's a whole bunch of people and organizations out there whose only job is to find information others would rather remain hidden. If we passed along the means on how to search and scan for Watchtower outposts, they may be able to find them for us. Of course it'll cost you. These guys aren't gonna help us out of the goodness of their hearts. But if you're willing to cough up the credits...
I guess I could choose that option again and she'll find one. Let's see. Find me a listening post without using intel.
Since it's you asking, I'll give it a try. I still got a few contacts out in the field. Maybe one of them can help us find a listening post. Guess I should ask. You have a preference on the kind of system we should search in? You want somewhere safer, or one crawling with trouble?
Find me somewhere lethal. I either make it or I don't.
I'll get on it right away. Be ready to hand over some credits. It's how these things work.
That's a lot of credits. I'll pay for the information.
Just give me some time to make the call and let my contacts do their thing. Got it. This one's a hike, but we have a location for a post. Just sent the coordinates. Gonna trust you to do things right. No starting fights you can't finish, okay?
Man, I want terramorphs out the ass. Okay, so I guess you can just keep having her find the listening posts and she'll just keep updating your map. So it probably shows up either in the missions or the activities, and you can just pick which one you want there, I imagine. So before we leave, let's learn a little bit more about Harper.
Didn't think I was that interesting, but sure, go ahead.
Don't sell yourself short. I'm curious about your past. Can you share some of it with me?
Well, guess there's no harm in sharing. Like I told you before, grew up in Neon, not exactly a nurturing environment. My folks kicked me out when I was 14. Guess they figured I was either too much trouble or not enough of an asset. Spent the next few years scraping by. Petty crime, odd jobs, whatever kept me fed. It was rough. Lost hope more than once. After a while, I figured there was nothing for me in Neon. So I got out, left it all behind.
What happened after you left Neon?
I joined this company, the Field Surgeons. Kinda like freelance medics. They go around treating people who can't afford real doctors. I didn't even have any medical training. Mostly, I just joined to get out of Neon. But I didn't mind the work, and it felt good to help people. Anyway, eventually all the rules and regs became too much for me, so I took what credits I earned, bought myself a junker, and just set a course wherever. For a time, I just jumped from port to port, never staying anywhere for too long. That is, until I heard of a derelict star station off the beaten track. I was curious, so I went to take a look. It was just a wreck. Abandoned, forgotten. Kinda reminded me of someone. I don't know why, but I decided to plant my flag, start fixing the station up bit by bit. And now it's freedom, safety, even home. Guess that's what I needed.
Can you tell me more about Stardock?
Station used to be a Freestar Collective outpost back during the Colony War, but it was abandoned after the Armistice. And by the time I found it, it was just a gutted shell, forgotten, left to rot out in the middle of nowhere. There were hull breaches, structural issues, hell, most of the core systems were just gone. Took forever to even get the doors functioning. But the biggest headache? Trying to register it. Most records of the station were scrubbed, so officially, it didn't exist.
Why did the Freestar Collective abandon the station?
Not too sure, but from what I could dig up, I think it was mostly for political reasons. Guess keeping the station active would have stirred up tensions, and Freestar didn't want to rock the boat so soon after the war.
Yeah, what else is new? Please, keep going.
I went through bureaucratic hell. Weeks of red tape, forms, blank stares from officials who couldn't care less, just to prove there was something here. In the end, I gave up. Instead, I registered as a newly constructed station, an orbital ice cream factory. Yeah, you heard me. It was the only way I could get it down on paper that this place was mine. So, if some inspector ever decides to drop by and I offer you an ice cream cone, just play along. All right?
If you include cherries. What's your relationship with Torin? What do you think of him?
You already know how we met. Torin tried to claim the station, not knowing it was mine. There was a bit of a fight, but we made up. And after a slightly rocky start, we just kind of started helping each other. At first, I thought, what's the catch? People don't offer help for almost nothing. But he said all he wanted was a spot for him and a few friends to stay. The more time I spent with him, I realized this guy, he actually seems to care about something bigger than himself. He's got a kind of drive, you know? Like he's reaching for something. And it's not all about him. That's rare. People like Torin, they remind me there's still good out there.
You're going out of your way to help me. Why?
Huh. Good question. I'm not even sure I know the answer. To start, it was because Torin seemed to care about you. And well, since he's a pal, I figured I'd pitch in. But now, I don't know. You're different. You've got that same spark Torin does. Just feels right that I lend you a hand. Or maybe I just feel sorry for you. You know, you being such a charity case and all. Kidding. Maybe I help just because I like you. Sometimes these sort of things are as simple as that.
What do you think about Gren? Are you concerned about him?
Are you asking that because he's ex-Watchtower? Or you got some other reason to be worried? I'll admit it. At first, Gren creeped me out a little. You know, with all his veins and pale skin and the way he talks. Feel guilty admitting that, 'cause turns out he's actually a nice guy. just a bit outlandish. And weirdly enough, he's also a great cook. What the crap? Did not expect that. So no, I'm not concerned. I think that now he's not with Watchtower. He's just trying to figure out his place in the universe. You can't fault him for that.
I think there's a little more dialogue here.
Well, guess there's no harm in sharing. Like I told you before, grew up in Neon, not exactly a nurturing environment. My folks kicked me out when I was 14. Spent the next few years
Just
After a
skipping what she
while,
already told me. I'd like to hear more about your time living in Neon.
All right, but don't say I didn't warn you. It's not exactly a feel-good story. Before I left Neon, I fell in with a street gang. They worked as debt collectors for local dealers. I didn't like it. The survival doesn't give you much room for morals. I needed the credits. One day, a rival gang jumped us. It got ugly. A fight broke out. I got shot in the stomach. Acid burns on my face. You know what my so-called crew did? They ran. Left me bleeding out in some filthy alley. Didn't even look back. When a security patrol found me, they didn't help either. Just another Neon street kid. Not worth their time. If it hadn't been for the local medic taking pity and patching me up, I don't think I'd have made it. That was the wake-up call I needed to get the hell out of there. And I never looked back.
I think I'm just gonna hit B because that one kind of sounds rude.
All right, take it easy.
Oh, by the way, don't kick yourself for being in the street gang, because I'm literally in the Crimson Fleet. So, yeah, bye. Alright, before we head out, let's take a look at our activities, see if... Okay, so looks like the other activities that she added for us. Man, I got a bunch of stuff I need to do. I've been slacking. I'll still just follow Harper's lead, so I guess we just get on our ship and just fly where she tells us to. Okay. Alright, I have just left Stardock, and as you can see, there is the Kouko traveling with me in a fleet. So, we got it right this time. Woohoo! And she is like piloting that thing like really weird. But, whatever. As long as she's following me, she can fly how she wants. Wow. Okay, so it looks like... Yeah, it looks like Harper's leads they're all active at once, I think. We got 2 of them here. Is one on that planet? No, it's probably somewhere else. Okay, so it looks like it... I guess when you have Harper give you leads, if you have just that one thing active, it'll show you everywhere that she's sending you. It's probably the high-level place I told her to send me. That's probably it right there. We'll go there in a little bit. We'll start off nice and easy first. We'll go to the Kumasi system. I think that's actually where she told me to go first anyway. So let's go there and see what we got. I'm just waiting to see if I get attacked by any ships or anything. Doesn't look like it. Let's scan the planet and see what we got. We have a Watchtower listing post. Got another thing over here on the planet. Let's see what that is. Dude, are there 2 listing posts, or? It looks like it. I wonder if that's a normal thing, like if one planet can have more than 1 listening post, or if that's maybe like a bug or an oversight or something. It might just be like a bug of some kind, because that one's not, it doesn't have a beacon on it, whereas this one does. So yeah, we'll go to this one and see what happens. Watchtower listening post Charlie. Alright, let's land.
Like touching down on a cloud. Your landing skills never cease to impress.
Damn right. Looks like we got a snowstorm going on. There's not much visibility out here. I think where I gotta go is over there, I think. Alright. Yep. It's one of those 2 spots. Probably on the right. That's probably some other thing. Alright, let's go over. Just resources on this planet, so there won't be much to scan. There's no flora or fauna. Alright, this time I am much more prepared. I have my ship with skydrops ready. Just gonna sneak over here real quick. Oops, wrong one. So we got a little mech here, but any people nearby yet? So far the mech is all I see. It looks like we didn't alert anybody. I do see a person over there. Yeah, I did forget I didn't bring any companions with me. They're all on my ship, but so I'm doing this alone. But that'll be alright. Let's see what's gravity like on this planet. What was that? Geology. Okay, there's some people over there. Oh, I was gonna stealth take this guy out, but he's got a mech in front of him. I'll fight everybody in a minute. I'm just strategizing. I'm just figuring out how I want to proceed.
Entering combat.
Yeah, I got stuck for a minute. Guns blazing it. Ooh! Guns blazing it is. Go around and take out the support first. Ah, I keep getting stuck. Now, it's kind of a mix of low level and higher level enemies. The low level enemies don't really do much to you. The higher levels will damage you a bit more. And they can take a bit more. I'm just getting rid of some of the annoying support, and then I'll go for the mech. I'll take out the nets and then go for the big boy. Yeah, that's right, I called y'all gnats. What you gonna do about it? There's just me and you now, big boy. Okay, now we're gonna do a Skydrop.
Warning. Shield integrity compromised.
Yeah. Oh, we still got another little gnat over there. Now, as you can see, the Skydrop, yeah, it's still, I mean, it's still really early in the quest right now, so my first ones probably don't do a lot of damage. I imagine as I upgrade them later, Master Lock, I don't feel like messing with that. So I imagine my Skydrops, I can upgrade them as I go, and they'll probably do more damage. Space suit. I do already have one, but I'll take another one. Yeah, your suits are my trophies. Did you have one? Yeah. So, I lost my trophy. Okay, yeah. Imagine as the overall mission goes on, we will probably get stronger Skydrops, so it'll probably do more damage. I know that we get other types of Skydrops too, I'm just not sure yet what they are. I know there's the damage ones that you guys saw a second ago. I didn't get to do this to your buddy, I'm gonna do it to you. So I think some Skydrops will drop supplies to you. I'm not sure what the supplies are, like maybe ammo or weapons or something. Surprise! Yeah. You're just out here enjoying your ramen. Okay, I don't have a helmet for one of you guys yet. That trophy is mine. I keep losing my train of thought because I keep getting distracted with these guys. So I know there are the Skydrops that do damage and some kind of supply Skydrops. I don't know what others they drop or have. So we'll find out as the quest goes on. Okay, so I'm gonna have to find another power cell somewhere, it looks like. Yeah. Probably over here. It's probably in this little building over here. Unless I need one access over here too. I don't think so.
Alert. I have anomalous sensor readings that may indicate hostiles in the area.
How much damage can I do with this thing?
I am unable. Repair not possible.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Mine. Yeah, I look good, but I'll leave it there. I don't need it. There we go, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, I saw you could lock me out. Well, you can't. I'm here. I'm not sure if it's just dark in here or if that was like a bug with the lighting. It seemed like it was bright and then it just got dim. I'm gonna go there in a second. I'm just gonna see if there's anything down here. Okay, I can't go that way. Computer core. Watchtower manufactured component. Okay. That will come in handy. Watchtower intel. That will also come in handy. A couple of those kind of remind me of some of the vehicles in Star Wars. Let's see. Okay, looks like that's everything in here, so go back over here. Liquid happiness. I love the different coffee cups in this game. I got a nice little collection of them now. Need to look like on like Amazon or Etsy or something and see what's out there available. I've seen like on Facebook people making like Nova Galactic coffee cups and all that. I need to get one. I want one. Now I'm just checking, see if there's anything else here. Array connection. Locate broadcast array coordinates. So I think it just takes a second. There it is. Just taking one more sweep around the area, making sure I'm not missing anything. So I think the broadcast array that I need, to go after now. I keep getting stuck. I'm pretty sure that's in space, like the last one. That tiny fast drone thing that I had to fight. And probably a couple more. I think they were drones that they sent. I don't think those were actual ships. So let's hop on to my ship and fly into space. I think what I have to fight is somewhere. It's gonna be somewhere in this asteroid field. Alright, there's the Kouko. I'm pretty sure the array that I have to fight's gonna be in space somewhere. There it is. Try to hide from me and all these rocks. If you can't, I'm coming for you. Yeah, I'm prepared for your speed this time. Yeah. Oh, I did more than that. Okay, let's see. I think that's what I need there. There it is. Alright. So we got a couple more computer cores, some intel. So, I guess now it's decision time. Do I head back to Stardock with what I have and see what we got? Or do I go ahead and go to the other two areas? You know, I'm gonna go to the other two areas first and take care of that, and then we'll head to Stardock with everything. Actually, before I go to another area, I'm gonna go up here to this other Watchtower listening post. I'm gonna see what that's all about. Watchtower listening post Echo. Let's land. I'm not sure if they were going to send me here later, but I'll go ahead and take a look, see what we got, and take it down. I guess that's it right there. Or maybe over there. I mean, it's probably that one. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Hoth from The Empire Strikes Back. A little bit. feel like I hear something, like another ship landing somewhere, but I don't see anything. Well, it looks like this listening post has the same layout as the first one I went to. It's probably set up the same way. There's probably going to be 2 mechs. So there's one there. So if it is like the first one, then there might be another one walking around over here somewhere. Alright, we weren't sent here, but we're going to take this place down anyway. So, I'm going to equip a Skydrop. You just go to your items, throwables, pick your Skydrop flare. When you select it, the menu for it will automatically come up. So I have strikes. My ship that has the Skydrop currently equipped right now, it came with 6 strikes. I used 1 on that first, on the other listening post that we were at a while ago. So I have 5 right now. And there we go. I have the strike equipped. Let me go ahead and save real quick. So, no matter how good I tend to sneak, I think
Unusual activity.
well, yeah, there you go, right there. The big mech ends up detecting me anyway, 'cause maybe they have really good scanners.
Searching for hostile contact.
Once again, I forgot to bring a follower with me. I keep forgetting to do that, so whatever. I got this.
Resuming hostile proximity.
I'll come back for you in a minute, big boy. I'm going to take out your support first. Take out the annoying gnats. I keep sliding down. Ow. Yeah, attack.
Structural integrity compromised. Concentrate.
And I'm just getting my CO2 level down real quick. I wasn't paying attention to that.
This unit was not designed for negotiation.
Neither was this one. Alright, so we're going to drop a sky drop over here. I got enough of the gnats out of the way to... Ow! I didn't even see where that landed. Oh, I don't think I threw it, actually. There we go.
There you are.
I'm not sure if that was actually a hit or not.
System integrity at risk.
You know, we're gonna hit him with another one. So, ow, we'll do it again. Items, throwables, pick your Skydrop flare. We'll get a strike ready. So you do have to be accurate with these things.
Neutralization.
Alright, stay right there. There we go, that one was a hit. Yeah, reload.
Technician requested.
Yeah, I don't care about your technician. While I'm over here, I'm just going to go ahead and look for a power core, or whatever that's called. I need to start paying attention to that. I think I might have something that's affecting my O2. Let me check. Health. Extreme cold. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. I'll just give myself a breather for a minute. I think I'm running around too much and depleting my oxygen too quickly. I got hit with something that's affecting me. Well, it might be the cold. So this place has at least almost a... They hit me with something too. This place has almost the same loadout or layout as the very first listening post I went to. I mean, these guys keep hitting me with something. They're hitting me with something and I don't like it. Let's see, yeah, I think I need... Oh, that's interesting. It's usually where you get into this place. Maybe it's designed to... This might be designed to not let you in until you're told to come here specifically. I saw you drop down from the sky. I wonder if that was just a bug or if that's a sky drop where these guys drop in like they're ODST units or something. Okay, maybe it's just a different area. Because I couldn't get in over there, but over here, there's where you need the power cell. So, probably like over here somewhere or something. If I can drop down people like their ODST units, that would be awesome. I don't know if that's the case, so I'm pretty sure that was just a bug. Like the guy just spawning in or something. Let's see, you guys got anything good here? Alright, there's the power cell. Okay, I guess that's the problem. I'm over encumbered. Well, I am now. Yeah, I could just drop something here. Actually, no, I don't need to. I can just... This power comes in handy. I really like it, but sometimes stuff far away ends up looking blurry, and that can be a little aggravating. But it'll be fine now, because I've already cleared this place out pretty much. There might be some robots in there that I need to fight, but it won't be much. If there's anything, I don't think there is. Oh, that's different. Okay, this place isn't quite like the very first place I went to. It's a little bit different. I bet this vent will take me to the other building that I tried getting into. Or maybe it won't. Okay. Oh, never mind. I feel dumb. Yeah. Hey, y'all. There's one more. He's probably up here. Yeah. Alright, that's all the enemies. I think the computer's there on the other side, but let's see what we got here. Astra. Oh, here it is. Okay, I was wondering about that a little bit when I got here. I think you do have to be sent here to actually get the data. That's what it looks like. So... yeah. Okay, so if you're on a planet or a moon that has more than one Watchtower listening post, then only go to that post if you're being sent there specifically. Because it looks like if you just go there before you're sent there, you may not actually get anything. So, okay. Well, yeah, I'm not annoyed or anything. That's just... it's good to know now. So hopefully you guys see this part before you run into that same issue. I wonder if I can go outside through here. Open door. Yep, looks like it. Okay, that just looped around. But yeah, hopefully if you guys are watching my videos before you do Watchtower yourselves, then hopefully you see this part before you run into that same issue so you don't end up going out of your way. Like I said, I'm not mad or aggravated or anything. It's good to know now. And yeah, like G.I. Joe says, knowing is half the battle. So let's see. I know I can't normally fast travel, but okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to run over to my ship, so I'll do that. Alright, I'm back aboard my ship, and I dropped off everything that I needed to. So, yeah, like I said, if you're sent to a planet or a moon that has more than one Watchtower listening outpost, and you're only instructed to go to one of them, don't go to the other one quite yet, because you can if you want to, but you're not going to be able to get the data or anything like that. So we'll come back later when Harper tells me to. So that's one objective to... Are the other objectives coming up? I was gonna go to the other objectives and just knock them out one at a time, but it might be set up to where I have to go to Harper first and then she sends me somewhere else. That may just be a quirk in the setup, which is fine. That's not a big deal. Okay, back to Harper it is. The Piazzi system. To Stardock. See, it should be over here somewhere. There it is. I already really like that. Just seeing another ship with me like that, it's pretty cool.
Authorization verified. You are cleared to dock.
Thanks, Babs. I know you don't have to do that every time. I just like listening to it. I just like hailing places before I get there.
I'm sure whoever's in that ship will be thrilled to see you.
Now that right there is really cool too. The other ships will actually dock with you. That is a really cool detail. I love that. Just little things like that. It really helps with the immersion. I love that they thought to do that. Alright, so I'm gonna talk to Harper. It looks like if you talk to her a few times and she gives you multiple places to go, I guess you just pick one. After I talk to her, I don't know if the other places will come back up or if I have to do that process again. If that's the case, then I recommend just doing her missions one at a time rather than getting a bunch of them, especially if you pay for the information. The credits aren't really a big deal. I don't really care too much about that, but just in case. So I'll talk to her and I'll see if the other areas come back afterwards, and we'll see what we got. I might have to jump over the counter again. Too far away.
Look who decided to drop by.
Yes, I did.
Hey, got some news for you. That computer core you gave me, I asked an old friend to help me poke around inside it, see what data we could find.
Who is this friend you mentioned?
Oh, just someone I knew from Neon. His name's Shadowline. That's not his real name, of course. It's more like an alias. He's a cyber runner. You know, hacking, cybersecurity, digital warfare, all that good stuff. We kept in contact after I left Neon. Good guy.
Could Gren not help you decipher the computer core?
I did ask Gren, but his skills are all about ships and their systems, so that's the only kind of data he really knows how to dig for. If we wanted data on anything outside his wheelhouse, like other types of Watchtower tech, we needed a fresh set of eyes. A fresh set of eyes that knew how to hack into complex computer systems. Someone like my old friend.
I assume you found something interesting.
Sure did. Now, I already knew Watchtower likes to dabble in cybernetic tech. One look at Gren gives that away. But what I didn't know is just how varied and niche their tech can be. Body mods, organ replacement, and a whole series of neuroamps. And Watchtower ever commercialized, they put Ryujin out of business. Anyway, what we managed to pull data on is blueprints for some of Watchtower's neuroamps. Only basic models, but still, nothing to thumb your nose at.
These neuroamps, what can they do?
I'm no expert, but from what we pulled, looks like Watchtower's got amps that can boost someone's ship flying abilities. Think, faster weapon locking, sharper maneuvering, basically anything to turn a regular pilot into a seasoned pro.
You mentioned other kinds of Watchtower technology?
Yeah, found mentions of it, sure, but no solid data on how to actually reproduce any of it. Like I said, stuff like body mods, organ replacements, and a bunch of other crazy things. But who knows? Maybe at some point, we'll find the keys to unlocking some of that. Wouldn't that be something?
Can you make me these neuroamps?
Not me, no. First, I asked Gren if he could build them, but he said something about him being engineer, not a doctor, which got me thinking. I just so happen to know a few doctors, and at least one who has experience in cybernetics, Dr. Laine. So I asked if she'd mind joining us here. She agreed, and now we got a medic to treat ailments. Also, she can research and build Watchtower spec neuroamps. Not bad, huh? If you're interested, go to the new infirmary and talk to Dr. Laine. She can fill you in on the specifics. Now, anything I can help you with?
Oh, looks like we have our first upgrade. Nice. I'll come back to you on that one.
Wait, before you go, I've been thinking some more about those spy arrays. I've managed to gather a little more info on them. It's not much. A lot of it is guesswork, really. Still, I think you might find it useful.
You better not send me back to the one I just came from where I couldn't hack into their computer. Although that would be kind of funny. Alright, let's hear what you've got.
The arrays seem to be linked in a sorta network. If a critical major array is attacked, you can expect a more aggressive response from Watchtower. As well as any of the less important minor arrays it was linked to self-destructing once the major one has been destroyed, and they lose connection. But perhaps if you were to destroy some of the less important minor arrays first, it will lessen Watchtower's reaction when you attack a major one. And you'd be able to salvage more components too. But how you go about it is down to you. You'll have to decide on a strategy you think works best. I've made my notes on my terminal. Feel free to check them out for yourself. Might also help you keep tabs on the systems you've already cleared. Anyway, that was all. Later.
Thank you. Harper's computer. Let's see what goodies you got on here. Project Hermes. Okay, she gave me quite a few places. See if anything... Okay, so... I was just seeing if I could equip or assign just one in particular. I'll choose Talsetti, but I'll see if it... Do I have that active? Yeah. Actually, let's just do the pup And we'll see if it shows just that one or if it shows all of them. There's a Watchtower symbol there. I don't want to travel there. I just wanted to see if I could pull it up. Talsetti. So I just picked Talsetti because it looks like it's still sending me to Van Mainen Star. Talsetti's like over here on the left somewhere. Yeah, that's right there. I mentioned Talsetti because I live in a space station here. That is another creation, and it's one that I've also done a video for, a review or a showcase. You guys can check that video out if you're interested. It's a really cool player home. I highly recommend at least checking it out and considering it. So maybe there's a particular order that they want you to take out these stations in, because that's the only place I'm seeing a Watchtower symbol. So, oh, okay. Okay, I see major Watchtower and then linked towers. So, okay, I think I get it now. So, the major Watchtower is here, and the minor Watchtowers that it's connected to are all around here. So I think if I were to just attack the major one first, I would probably have a stronger resistance and probably get my ass kicked. I might try that later and just see what it looks like. If I go to these smaller ones first and take them out, then when I come over here, I might not have as much resistance. So, okay, by the way, I pressed the... I guess it's called either the start button or pause button now, the button with the lines on it. It's like every few years when the new system comes out, they always change what they call that. So, start button, pause button, whatever you want to call it. That brings up the linked stations. Okay, so that's good to know. The mission update, okay. So, the mission setup for how they have some of the missions set up and the other little missions, there's a clinic. How all of that is set up is, that's going to take some getting used to. But, yeah, once I get used to it, it'll be a little easier to figure out. But right now, let's head up to this clinic and see what we got. So far, this is the nicest room in this place. I like it. I mean, it does make sense. It's a clinic. You want it to be clean, a lot cleaner than out here where I got stains everywhere. So, nice. Our first upgrade.
Wonder if the surgeons miss me yet. Ha! You must be Harper's friend. Dr. Sophia Laine, formerly of the field surgeons, currently on sabbatical, now presiding over this station's quaint little clinic. And apparently I've been roped into some sort of project. Something about a secretive organization and data on a new type of technology? I'll admit, I was, and still am, intrigued.
I like her accent. It's nice to meet you, Doctor. I really appreciate you helping us out.
Well, aren't you a charmer? Oh, careful now, or you may end up with more than just my professional attention. Now then, Harper provided me with a Watchtower computer core. And with some help, we managed to extract enough data to guide the construction of a new type of neuroamp. Although, not a neuroamp. No, the technology is similar, but fundamentally different. It's more invasive. Closer to true cybernetics, really. Anyway, I've taken the liberty of constructing one of the cyberamps. This one apparently improves an individual's piloting skills.
Cyber amps. Can you tell me more about them?
Truth be told, it's still a new concept to me, but as I understand them, these are Watchtower's personal brand of neuroamp. More advanced, more powerful, and more intrusive into the human body.
I don't know if I like the sound of that or not. Especially if your tone a while ago, it sounds like that could go... It sounds like it could go really good or not so good. Okay, I'll take whatever can give me an edge.
Hopefully these amps provide just that. Although no reason to keep them to yourself. Members of your crew may also find them useful. So, here you are. This is the cyber amp I already fabricated. Use it in good health, or don't. It's your choice. A lady knows better than to ask how and where you procure such things. But if you desire more of these new amps, simply bring me more computer cores. But before any of that, tell me, do you require any medical attention or supplies? If you have the credits, I am sure I can accommodate.
Let's see what you have in stock.
My collection may not be vast, but what I do have is all useful.
Alright, cybernetic shield amplifier Mark 1. I stick it to my head and it'll make my ship shield capacity better. Which is pretty useful. Good shields are useful, especially if we're going to be doing some dog fighting or ship fighting. The shield capacity will be good. And basic stuff. Used a few of those a while ago fighting, so I'll grab them. Mind if I ask you some questions?
Ask away. I'll answer if I can.
Could you tell me a little about yourself, your history?
I grew up in Nakila City. Big skies, tight communities, and more than enough trouble to keep a young woman occupied. Medicine was always my goal, so I trained as a doctor. But life took a turn when Ethereum cybernetics came calling. They lured me in with promises of credits and groundbreaking research, and for a while I thought I'd found my purpose.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Please continue your story.
As it turns out, corporate labs and bottom-line science didn't sit right with me. So I walked away and joined the field surgeons. It's grueling work, but there's something raw and real about it all that just seems to speak to me. And now I'm taking a short sabbatical to run this clinic. And when I'm not patching people up, I enjoy reading. And I've been known to paint. Poorly.
So we'll go back in here
I grew up in Nakia.
and find out
Medicine
what
was
she
all-
thinks about Aquila. What are your thoughts on Aquila?
Personally, I've always had a fondness for it. It's a place where people work hard, stand their ground, and try to do what's right. My parents ran a small clinic there, actually. They're the ones who first inspired me to get into medicine. It's not without its flaws, though. Aquila can be rough around the edges, much like the rest of the Freestar systems. Still, though work keeps me busy, I visit when I can. My brother still lives there, picking up bounty work. Although, truth be told, he's not very good at it.
Wonder if he might be part of the Trackers Alliance. Can you tell me anything about the Ethereum cybernetics?
They're one of the current leaders in cybernetic research, or at least they were when I was still with them. From what I recall, Ethereum is mostly funded by the UC and primarily focused on development of internal cybernetic implants. Of course, things like neuroamps have been available for some time, but when it comes to cybernetics, amps really are just the first stepping stone. Assuming research continues undaunted, I suspect we'll start seeing major breakthroughs in internal and other cybernetics very soon. As it turns out,
Okay, we listened to that part already.
And now, and when I'm not patching people up,
What do you make of the Watchtower computer cores?
They're remarkable, truly. I've never seen technology quite like this before. The crystal substrate they use, it's fascinating. It allows for an extraordinary level of data density. Really, none of it follows any known framework or design principles I'm familiar with. Without the hacking algorithm from your engineer, I doubt I'd have gotten anywhere with any of this. If these cores are their tech standard, this Watchtower isn't just ahead of the curve. I dare say they're building the curve itself.
Harper is an old friend of yours?
We're not exactly old friends, more like colleagues. And not to say I don't like her, on the contrary, I've always found her quite spirited. I recall one time we were deployed to a small colony. It was under siege by pirates. Regulations state, before providing assistance, medics wait for danger to pass. Harper, however, decided to take a more proactive approach. She engaged the pirates, drew enough away for the colonists to gain the upper hand and win the fight. We were then able to render aid. It was a dangerous move, not just for her, but for everyone involved. Despite that, I found myself admiring her. She's a brave young woman.
I'd like to learn more about the field surgeons.
Oh? Thinking of joining up? We almost never turn down an extra set of hands, especially if you've got a strong stomach. The field surgeons are a healthcare corp. We specialize in emergency medical care wherever it's needed. Despite common belief, we're not a charity. We do charge for our work. But most of our funding does come from donations. Our motto used to be, care without compromise. But thanks to dwindling finances and ever-increasing bending of the rules, we had to drop that motto a few years back. I think if Harper were to rejoin these days, she'd find us much more to her liking.
No more questions.
It was nice chatting.
I'd like to extract a new cyber amp.
I wondered when you might want something new. I've done what I can to prep and make the process as painless as possible. Based on the data I previously pulled, I have a rough idea on the type of cyber amps we may be able to extract from a core. Here, take this slate and see for yourself.
Okay, that is quite a bit. So is this like what I did with Gren and the ship upgrades where I just pick what I want. And it's like a one at a time kind of thing. Let's see, what do I want to go with? I'll probably go with another shield amplifier. I've already got pretty good weapons. If I have my shields up and they can't really hurt me as much, then usually I prioritize stuff like health and defense when I play these kind of games, and I don't mind just tanking stuff for a while as long as I can tank it and just eventually take down whoever I'm fighting. So if it is a one at a time thing, then let's go shield amplifier. Okay, so it looks like you pick what you want and then you can go from there. So I already have a shield amplifier, so that's tier 1 now. If I pick that again, then I can put it on tier 2, it looks like. So I'll confirm that. I did already confirm it, but...
Boosts mental focus of primal survivor mechanisms. As a result, a pilot is more likely to keep their shield systems maximized. We've got the previous model of this one. I can extract an upgrade if that's what you're after.
It's kind of random, but the little X's on our buttons and her like silver outfit, it kind of looks like something that you'd see like one of the X-Men wearing or something. Especially like with her tattoos, like she kind of looks like she might be like an X-Men that they just took in, or a mutant they just took in. I know that was like super random, but it's just kind of what her look just kind of makes me think of. Okay, I think maybe that's what it is. You just pick which one out of everything you want to upgrade, and then she basically asks if you want to confirm that choice, I think. So, yes, upgrade this amp.
Your station engineer, Gren, is it? He and Harper provided me with the necessary algorithms to break the core's encryption. One moment, and I'll attempt to extract the required data. Don't worry, this isn't my first time. It's done. I've managed to pull the data. Although the computer core seems to have wiped itself. However, I'm told that's normal. So in that case, the operation was a complete success. I now have the blueprints to fabricate this type of cyber amp. If you require one, I'll happily provide it for you. All you need to do is ask.
So I guess I can do multiple cyber amps right now. I guess I have enough stuff for that. Maybe not. I might choose this and she might be like, yeah, you don't have what you need. Come back later. I'd like to extract a new cyber amp.
Give this slate a look and we'll figure out how best to proceed.
Okay, maybe I can do another one. Shield amplifier tier 3.
Boosts mental focus of primal survivor mechanisms. As a result, a pilot is more likely to keep their shield systems maximized. I can focus on upgrading this particular model if that's what you need.
Yes, upgrade this amp.
It seems you're a bit short on computer cores. You'll need more if you want me to proceed with this.
Okay, never mind. There it was. I was right. She just led me on a little further than I thought she would. Yeah, we've all been there. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's everything with her.
Catch you later.
I like this clinic, though. That's pretty nice. Alright, so I've got some other goodies now. Let's go talk to Gren and see what he's got for us. You been making a mess in here, buddy? What you been doing in here, bud? I'm not gonna ask. Oh, that's pretty cool. So,
Hello.
if you noticed, he's got a plasma weapon on his back. I'll have to look at the exact name of it again and the creator, but I have another creation that adds a couple plasma-based weapons to the game.
I am here.
And I am here. So I'll look at the exact name of the creation and its creator, and I'll have that in the description. I do plan on making a video for that later on, but that's actually pretty cool how Gren just has that. That makes that mod or that creation feel more immersive too. That someone like Gren and another mod will have that. That's pretty cool. That I don't know if that kind of thing is like intentional, but it's still pretty cool. I like that. Anyways, let's talk to Gren.
Back again, I see.
Yep, I'm back. Let's talk to Gren and see if he's got anything new.
Is this about a ship?
First, let's restock my Skydrops.
Reloading your Skydrop modules. Stand by.
Now that I think about it, I just remembered in the, I believe it was the last video, I unlocked the Shiva robot. I might have to equip that to my other ship, but I think that option may actually be there. I just now remembered that, so anyways, let's see if we can get a new Skydrop. I want to unlock a new Skydrop.
We don't have enough cores for that.
Fine. I want to upgrade the fleet command system, or maybe something else.
We lack the number of cores needed for that one.
Fine.
Until next time.
So I don't know if I can access that here or if I have to do it at a shipbuilder. So I think last time when I talked to him about it, I think they just opened up the menu like automatically. I'll take a look at that. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Alright, so back downstairs. Alright, so I'm going, there are a few things I'm going to need to look at to fully understand. I'll talk to Harper again in a little bit and see if she still gives me other missions. I'm pretty sure she does. So I'm pretty sure she'll probably give me missions to go to listening posts. And I think if I take out a listening post in a system, then I should be safe to go to that system and not have the risk of being attacked. I think that's the whole point of taking out the listening posts. While going to the other areas, the arrays, taking out the minor arrays before taking out the big one, I think that's to just simply weaken the large array when I do that. So as I'm doing that, I'll probably just get bits and pieces from several of them rather than showing them all at one time. That's probably quite a bit. So I'll do that and get a better understanding of how all these missions work. And I'll take a look at my ship builder and get a better understanding of how my other skydrops work too, because I think I do have another one that I can equip. So I'll be taking a look at that. So this is a really fun mod. There are some things like how the missions are structured that's going to take me some getting used to and learning. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this mod quite a bit. So as usual, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope it's been helpful for you, finding out, you guys learning from some of my mistakes, like going to that other listening outpost. So anyways, I hope it's been helpful for you, and I hope you enjoyed today's
a face
video.
I never mind seeing.
Thank you.
What can I do for you?
So, as usual, if you guys would like to join the invasion, be sure to like and subscribe.